Dick and Boonies Podcast. Richard, come together again. We're all about the liquor and the tasty gems. We would like to invite you in the silly minds we live in. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Guten Tagen.
Welcome to another episode of the... Did you want to say something?
No.
Welcome to another episode of the Dick and Boonies Podcast. My name is Richard Carlise, also known as Dick.
I am Cameron Michael Cook, also known as Boonies.
I'm also known as Dick.
Hey, shut up. You are. Now,
Way
hold on
better.
a goddamn second. You didn't cut to him yet, did you? Okay. This is my god...
Who are you even talking about?
So, we ran an ad in the paper.
Sweepstakes.
And we call it a sweepstakes.
Yeah.
And we got one reply.
Dick clock.
And no, so we what are we calling it? A contest? What the fuck is it? There was a word.
A drawing?
Nope. So not a
Oh.
contest, not a drawing, not a sweepstakes, but a raffle. No. So it's none of those.
That it's nothing, because that's all the words.
It's not true. I guarantee you it's coming up. And Dan, you can talk in just a second. You just hold your goddamn horses. So we had 3 replies. We had about 10 replies total. Most of them came from comments on social media, basically just saying, like, protesting that they will not send an email. Thank God Dan, is down with emails. And he sent us one.
And the Scarskatchies were just like, hello, I'm here.
They say, we don't know
We don't know what to do.
What is... And that's how they speak in Scarskatchies.
It's fine.
Okay, so the guy who won the sweepstakes, we ran this about 2.5 months ago, is our dear fucking friend, a cool-ass individual, a fucking realtor, apparently. I thought you worked in HVAC. I was wrong about that. He's a fucking rock star. His name's Dan Noonan. Give him a fucking hand. Woo!
Welcome, Dano.
I'm so happy I won this, man. Like, it's better than money.
Fuck, yeah, all right.
Right out the
Nice,
gate.
Right out the gate.
Just hits us right in the
I am getting paid, right? No?
Nope.
Oh,
You
fuck.
sure aren't.
Never mind. I withdraw.
Well, hold on a second.
You're
Well,
getting
I'm
paid
getting
in
paid.
positive vibes and
Coors Lights.
liquids.
And Coors Light.
Yeah.
100,000 hops.
Yes. Is that what there is in each one?
Cool Blue Mountains.
I have no idea.
Okay, well,
They're good, though.
so
I fucking miss you so much, dude. God, so good to see you.
So just real quick, if you're familiar with anything Cam and I have been doing over the last, 20 years, you know Dan. Because Dan was a guitar player of a little fucking band called Depswa. And my brother was in that band. And so Dan has been a part of our family for 20 fucking plus years. Or 20 years, I'd say, roughly. What year did you guys get signed?
2001?
Okay. So 2001.
Yeah, so you nailed
20
it.
years
Yeah.
on the fucking button.
Nailed it.
And Dano, we are fucking blessed with Dano's
Only
presence.
like you guys for about 5. But
It's just gonna be that. It's gonna be that. He's ripping us up on our own goddamn show.
This is how this is gonna
Where's
go.
your podcast, Dan? I want to go on yours.
mine's in my car.
Yeah, it's in your head, you psychopath. So, okay, so Dan, real quick, I was talking to Cam before you got here, and I was thinking about how I sort of wanted the interview to sort of unfold, and then I realized one thing is I don't know anything about your upbringing, and I am super interested. Honestly, I thought you might have just appeared out of like a fucking diamond or something, just like blasted from a diamond, but that's not accurate, is it? Where were you born?
Actually, it's a prism, and the light shines through there. Rainbow comes out,
And then damn.
and then I pop.
And then Dano. There it is.
Where are you from? Sacramento?
So born in Washington State. Grew up in Sacramento.
Okay, so I was close.
Yeah. So
You were born in Washington?
born in Washington. I think I don't know. I was like 2 or 3, and then moved to California, Sacramento.
Why?
I don't know. My parents, man.
What
I wasn't making decisions back then.
What did they move for? Did you have a job in big oil or what?
My dad was a doctor, a physician. So he,
okay.
I don't know. He was
Commendable.
doing his internship in UC Davis, California. So grew up in Sacramento and
Taking the tribe over to Cali.
yeah, man.
And just you hanging out with the Deftones. Just you and the Deftones.
Pretty much. It's funny. I used to hang out. Like Steph used to roll up to house parties that we're at all the time on his Hutch BMX bike, dude.
Is that truth?
Yeah, truth.
That's hot. That's hot.
Yeah, you know the funny story, and a lot of people don't know this, that Steph won the lottery when he was like 18 years old.
No.
And he bought like 13 Jackson guitars and a bunch of BMX
I
bikes.
thought he got hit by a cab and sued.
He probably did that too, but I don't know.
Yeah, he's had a life, huh?
I mean, maybe, I don't know. This is my head, but who knows how accurate my
He got a bunch of money
information
when he
is.
was young.
Yeah.
And fucking went for it.
And bought a bunch of
and
guitars.
hasn't worried about a goddamn thing since.
Just easy coasting, man.
Easy coast.
No.
Of course, you got Jacksons and BMX bikes.
Yeah, man.
That's
Dude.
crazy. So, how long did you?
But the
live in
the funny thing is, I used to see him around all the time. I was like, oh, that's Steph from Deftones.
Yeah, yeah.
And then every time I'd see him, I'm like, hey, man, you remember me? I'm Dan Noonan from Sacramento. I'm Gina. Gina Garcia. I forget her last name. Our friend Gina. I was like, Gina's friend. Oh yeah, man. Then every time I see him, hey man, I'm Dan Noonan from Sacramento. I'm Gina's friend.
Yeah, man.
Oh, the guy never fucking remembered me.
He's high.
Yeah, but
High as fuck.
But you know he always thought of Caddyshack when you told him what your name was.
I don't think he remembers Caddyshack, but you know.
Maybe.
You know, I think is he a flat earther now? Are you?
Oh, I think I saw something.
Is he a
about that.
flat earther, or there was something else he was into that I was like, not Steph?
I know. Yeah.
Was it
yeah.
Flat Earth?
Yeah, that is. It.
We don't need to get into it, but I was just bummed because I just didn't. I mean, he's kind of psychedelic, and I think his brain is damaged to a certain degree.
You know, I heard a story that he canceled a tour because he was like one of the best in the world at Tiger Wood golf. And like he was in a tournament, so he's like, we got to cancel the tour, guys. I got this tournament coming.
That's bonkers.
Yeah.
You know what? A lot of the stories you hear about, like the albums not getting finished and all that stuff, it's always Chino that gets the bad rap. After Flat Earth and fucking Tiger Woods fucking championship.
Now we know what's really going on.
I don't know how much I believe anymore. Okay,
Yeah.
so you were born in Washington, moved to Sacramento for big oil, and then or whatever, you know, physician, physicianship. And then, what was your first introduction into music? Was it your parents? Was it friends at school? What was it?
You know, I think it was my sister. I mean, she liked, you know, she was kind of into metal, and it was kind of like, I don't know, Metallica, Megadeth, Guns N' Roses, like that shit was coming out. I was like, this is pretty tight.
Yeah, your sister's pretty cool.
And then, so then I kind of started hanging out with my sister and her friends, and like, there was like a club up there. It was like 16 and over to get in, you know.
Oh,
What was
And I was 13.
Okay, so
but
you guys
there
were
are
like-
no IDs.
Hell
So
no.
I'm
Yeah.
just, how old are you? 16. All right. I believe you.
I
You know?
believe
He
you.
had a beard and fucking was ready to roll.
He's like, I
And he
got
went,
pubes.
I'm 16.
Yeah. Let me see your pubes.
I don't know why, but I
shit.
believe you.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
So there's like a 3-year gap between you and your sister.
yeah, about, yeah. So we kind of hung out and it's I kind of got into metal, you know, like, and then it was like 12 years old. Mom, buy me a guitar, you know? So I went to the Sears catalog and found the sickest harmony guitar that I could, circled it on my Christmas list. And
Yeah, dude.
and then, as all of us know, parents aren't good at hiding shit, you know. For Christmas, I'd go in my mom's room and I'd see that guitar in the closet and I'd be like, fuck. And I'd look at it for like 5 minutes, just
Yeah.
And then,
So your folks never got the genuine response from you.
yeah,
It was a bullshit. It was a bullshit surprise.
You know what's so funny about that? It's like,
Yep.
you guys all found your Christmas.
No, I never
gifts?
looked. I wanted to be surprised.
Well,
always.
I think it's a very common thing to like find your Christmas gifts.
yeah.
I just found my mom's dildos, and that is a fact. It was pink, and it didn't have any ridges. It was just a straight fucking stick. It was like the end of a fucking broom handle with a motor on that goddamn thing. Go ahead, Christmas.
Yikes.
Sorry, had to throw that in there. My mom listens to the podcast now.
I
so
used
she's
to
gonna
find
love that.
my friend's mom's dildos
Yeah,
yeah?
I had
at
friends.
their houses.
Yeah.
It's almost like, I think they
Not
might
really.
almost want you to find them. Because it's like, dude, just fucking hide that better.
Yeah, why do you put it in the top drawer?
Yeah,
you know,
never do that.
Easy access. You know what I mean? I got a story. You know what sucks is that I do, and everyone's gonna hate me for this. I can't tell a story that I want to tell so goddamn bad that has to do with a friend of mine finding things of my parents and then going just the extra mile. He didn't like suck on it or anything. Don't worry.
I already know what you're talking about.
Actually, let me just quickly tell it. Fuck it. I don't even give a shit.
Oh,
Sorry.
boy.
Sorry, Mom. Hey, Mom, you know what? This is probably, it's probably 3 months later she's going to hear this. Oh, God. I'm so fucked. So...
Yikes.
My parents, okay, first of all, my parents, you know they're cool, right? So they be fucking. And so they get down, they were fucking and a lot. And then they were, I think, probably one of the first to do home videos. So Anna and I were nosy as fuck. So we found a tape. This is so
Was it Betamax?
And you know that
so
shit
bad.
isn't on the shelf.
so
Like they had to go seek and destroy. Like they sought that out. They looked for that shit. They were
Right,
like,
cut.
No, you know that VHS recorder, right? That like went on the shoulder, you know, or whatever.
and then you have the little adapter tape that you put the little thing in. And
Okay,
No,
so
the one that goes on your shoulder just takes the full size.
it was a full size tape,
I
right?
had the next
Yeah.
generation.
yeah. So this
You were
was
born in the 80s.
84. Yeah.
so they were filming on that thing. They had a tripod in the closet. Oh boy, should I skip it?
I say skip.
So you grew up in
Sorry,
Sacktown,
Debbie.
huh?
We have a guest.
That's so goddamn true.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cam.
We got the gist of where you're going, though.
Yeah, basically a friend found it and he wanted to look at it and he goes, "Let me see your mom's tits." That was it. Go ahead.
How much you charge that guy?
I just honestly
15 airheads from fucking.
A pack of nerds.
Yeah, back in nerds, dude. Exactly. Yeah.
bubble tape, bubble gum. I honestly froze. If you want to know the real deal, I just when he said that, I just went, my friends are crazy." So
Harmony guitar. Found it before Christmas.
holy shit! I apologize.
So it's pretty much played, 12 years old, started playing, sitting in my room every day.
Lessons are just you.
I
and the fucking.
I didn't take a lot of lessons. I took enough to kind of like, okay, fuck these guys, But
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
yeah, no.
That's
So the funny thing is like where I kind of learned to play guitar is I had a really cool set of boxing gloves. I had 2 pairs of boxing gloves, and me and my buddies we used to get drunk and fight each other in the front yard.
Yeah.
I mean, we're like 14 years old or whatever, and
allow it.
one guy goes, "Hey,"
Sorry.
he goes, "Hey man, I'll give you all 3 Metallica tablature books for those boxing gloves." And I go,
Nice, dude.
"Fuck yeah, let's do it."
That's one of those cool fucking
But
trades, dude.
no, the trade turned shitty because
He didn't deliver.
he gave me photocopies of those books.
What a dick.
But in my head, I go, "Yeah, that dude's pretty smart, man."
All right, so you respected it.
Yeah, so
Wow.
yeah, I got kind of fucked on that one, but it is fun.
That would have been awesome if in like the photocopy he just had his dick and balls plastered on.
Well, I think his mom photocopied him at work or something.
Oh, okay.
Because back
And
then,
she was in
back
on it.
then there weren't home photocopy
That is
things.
so goddamn
For sure.
true.
Yeah, no, you had to take
had-
that somewhere.
That was a privilege in
Yeah.
school to use the copy
The
machine.
rocks.
For sure, yeah.
All right. So
Yeah, so
you got tabs?
So learned Metallica. That was like my thing.
yeah.
Got in a shitty cover band like
Name.
Zephyr, I think.
Oh my Bo Zephyr. What's that?
Like the fucking Z Boys?
No, Zephyr is a soft westward wind. I don't know. I said it's got a. I was like, dude, something with a Z, man, a Z. And I looked in the dictionaries. I thought Zephyr was cool.
Yeah, that's kind of
And
all
then
right.
Phalanx was another one.
Oh, there's X's in there. And
Yeah,
weird
and, yeah,
phalanx.
but
Zephyr.
The best thing was we played like a little. So we had a bunch of metalhead friends that like. They fucking loved us.
They caught on.
We
They
were the
were-
only guys they knew that played music. So we played.
That's the shit. You were already
Yeah.
up. You
Yeah.
were already
Yeah.
up here, dude.
We played a little house party and like we're right next to the pool, which is not good with electrical equipment. And my bass player, he had this like old like button tucked like it was like blue glitter like button tucked like and I go, you got to be by the pool, man. That thing will float.
What's a button tuck?
You know, like it's like poofy, but then a button,
Like
and
the
poofy.
like the
Like your
jacket
vest.
he was wearing.
Yeah,
Like Austin Powers wears?
yeah, something. I don't know.
With like a thing and the fucking
Yeah.
bullshit.
But I was like, dude, you're by the pool, man, because my Marshall ain't gonna float.
God, that's crazy. Button tuck.
Yeah, but the best thing is like we knew about 3/4 of
Yeah.
of half the songs, but it didn't matter. We thought we could book a show,
and then you
you know.
would go into the next song. It was kind of like this medley of
was like-
covers.
No, we didn't even know about transitions or anything. We just stopped. You know, when we fucked up, we started a new one. You know, but
But that 2 minutes of like power chords and rocking was
yeah.
the shit.
Yeah, and then it kind of progressed. Like I think I was about 16 or probably about 15, and another one of my buddies, he's like, dude, and I was more into like Metallica and stuff like that, but he showed me like Sepultura. He's like, dude, check out this
Oh
band.
yeah, next level.
And I go, yes, and he goes, all right, dude, you got to play in our band. So then I started playing with those guys. Better band, but still not great. And then one of the guys that we brought out to audition for vocals was Jerry Montano. He was in Danzig. This is obviously Danzig later, but he was 16 like I was, but he was kind of better. Like he had a PA, man, you know.
That was
Not
huge.
a Prince Albert, but a speaker system.
PV. Probably a PV.
It
That was
was
Taylor,
a PV,
dude. Dude, that was Taylor. Taylor brought the PA.
You're in the
And it was
band,
a
dude. If you got a
PVPA.
PV, you're in.
Yeah, dude.
So
Yeah.
So Jerry
Taylor was also good too, which was nice.
Yeah.
Taylor could play
exactly.
music.
Yeah, so Jerry came and auditioned for this band that I was in, and then it was like he was like, "These guys aren't real good. You want to come and jam with this other band I'm checking out?"
He plucked you out of the group.
I guess. I don't know.
Nice, dude.
So we went. So I went and jammed with them a few times, and it was cool, man. It's like, you know, me and Jerry are 16 years old. The other guys in the band were probably quite a bit older, but we ended up like making a pretty good following for ourselves in Sacramento. I mean, you know, at 16 years old, we're selling out, you know, club shows.
250
you know?
head.
And it wasn't that we were
shit.
good. It was just we knew a lot of people and went to a
Yeah,
lot of
it was a
parties
party.
and shit.
Yeah.
It's a popularity contest.
Yeah, and so that was cool.
I loved that.
Eventually,
That was the shit.
like after that, like and Jerry was a homie. Like we got into tons of shit and did a bunch of bad stuff, but that band ended up breaking up. I ended up starting a band with Jeremy because Jerry, the old singer of Depswa.
Jeremy Pennick.
Jerry knew Jeremy's roommate, who's a bass player singer, which that's what Jerry did. And so once we started not jamming with Jerry, it was like, let's go jam with the guy that he looks up to, you know?
Yeah.
And that guy ended up kind of flaking out and being whatever. So that was kind of short lived for me and Jeremy as a death metal band. So
Okay.
good thing it didn't go anywhere, man.
Oh, man.
Because I like having chicks at our shows, you know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I like the smell of pussy.
Yeah, but at least you know
shows.
the chicks that are at your shows are fucking down for whatever. They'll do it.
Yeah, the chicks at those shows, you could smell the stinky pussy.
But they'll just do weird things.
Yes. Eat your bunghole. those kinds of things. Go ahead.
Yep. And then, yeah, sorry, it's a long diatribe.
No,
but
this is huge because now you've met Jeremy.
Yeah. So
this is fucking.
There's the link.
Yeah.
The link hits
the
there.
link's there. And then 19 years old, I tell my mom, I go,
19-year-old Dan. Could you imagine?
God, I want to fucking.
I wanna
hang out.
hang
I want to
with
hang
piss
out.
and vinegar, man.
I want to hang out with 19-year-old.
Oh, no, you don't. But
when you were 19, like, were we born yet? I'm
no.
just kidding.
You might be my son.
Yes, Cam. Yes.
All right, I will
Get him back.
Yeah.
Oh no, you got to count.
Were you really mean at 19? Just kidding. Go ahead.
So 19 years old, I go. I said, you know what? Sacramento kind of turned into like a very incestuous music scene. It was like all the good guitar player was in 30 different bands with all the other good drummers, and it was like everyone just bounced around, and it kind of was like Russian roulette of the same people. And I was like, you know, if I want to be serious about this and just not keep changing our band name with the same dudes, let's move to LA, you know. So I had a friend that was like good friends with like some of the bigger bands like Dark Angel and whatever, and she goes, you should move to LA. I go, all right. So I went out there, kind of checked it out, and you know, I was in college, and I was like, well, I'll go check out some schools out there. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket, whatever. So ended up going down there, putting out a bunch of flyers at the guitar centers and shit, and went back to Sacramento, and all of a sudden I started getting demo tapes like in the mail, and got like 2 or 3 that were really good. They were pretty good. Most of them were fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But the one was really good. Like guy like wrote me a handwritten little note, and you know, on school paper and shit, you know. and it said, you know, it sounds like we can make this happen, man. You want to come down and audition? I go, oh shit. All right. So drove down, packed up my pickup truck, drove down, went and auditioned for these guys. It turned out to be Tommy Decker from Spineshank. So he was in a band. They were in a band called Basic Enigma. Killer, a good band. I mean, potential. You know, they're definitely ahead of a lot of the other people. So I show up.
This is crazy.
And these guys come walking out, and they go, "What's up, man? You're Dan?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And Johnny Santos and Tommy Decker. They go, I'm like, "You guys want a beer?" And they're like, what? Because I was like 19, you know, but I've had a fake ID since I've been 16, so I brought beer with me.
Me too.
And they're like, "You're in the band, man." Like we didn't even jam. We didn't even
You're
jam.
in the band, man.
Yeah, and then we're fucking
You're
hanging.
in that band,
They
man.
were hanging out, dude, and there was like this little. It was like it was in San Gabriel Valley, and there's like
That was it.
It was like the hood, man. It wasn't like it was pretty rough living.
Like an industrial
Yeah.
storage unit.
Well, it was like
they
their
were
house
jamming
was
in.
next to
Oh,
a water tower, you know?
Yeah.
And so we'd be back there drinking beers, and cockroaches as big as our foot are running by, and we're like, damn, that's cool. But yeah, so jam with those guys for a while, and they were legit, man. They were
And you
a
guys
good
were
band.
throwing down some fucking cool metal.
Yeah, and it was they were like into kind of like Biohazard, Sepultura, that kind of stuff. So it was a little heavier, and it was what I like doing. I was like, dude, this is cool. And so they were like, how soon can you move down here? And I was like, I'm gonna go to some dude's house tomorrow that might have a room for, you know. And they said, yeah, you got the room. So I drove back up to Sacramento. I said, Mom, moving to L.A. She goes, what? And I'm like, oh, I got this. I got a place to stay. I already figured out what it's going to take to transfer my credits. And she's like, holy shit.
You did all the homework for that.
I had it all laid out. So my mom thought it was like overnight decision. And I'm like, no, it's kind of been, you know, I've been working
What'd your
on it.
old man say?
Probably not stoked. You know, my dad's pretty religious, kind of, you know.
Yeah, just
Very-
old-fashioned religious,
very conservative.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think he was real stoked, but I mean, I always did pretty well in school, you know. I mean, I portray a fuck up, but I'm not really that bad of a fuck up, you know.
It's all that.
So then moved down there, played with those guys. We did like one show at like the Roxy, and but the funny thing was they couldn't afford to pay for the rehearsal place that we're rehearsing at. So it's like we play the show, And it's kind of, you guys know how it goes. You play a show and then you don't rehearse for months, you know? So we played this show and I go, damn, that was fun, you know? It was like we just played this killer show. Now we're not rehearsing because they don't want to talk to the guy that we owe money for rehearsal. And so I was like, you know what? I might want to start exploring other options. So I started looking for other bands, and I ended up getting a demo from a band called Drill, which killer demo. It was almost like a Alice in Chains meets like White Zombie type, kind of like industrial, but kind of mellow.
Driving industrial with kind of that like
You're good.
heroin-y thing.
Yeah, yes.
Right, yeah.
And so I go out and I audition for these dudes, and they're like, yeah, man, this is cool. And so I show up with like a full stack and like a case of beer, and like,
This is how I got into my other band.
no, they're like, whoa, dude, you're a little crazy, man.
Oh, really?
They were like,
This is not what I learned from my last experience.
Yeah, they're like, dude,
I'm gonna show up with a full stack and a case of beer this time.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, it turned out to be Tony, Wayne, and Ken from Static X.
That's so weird.
So they were called Drill, and Tony was the only dude that drank it at rehearsal. He was like, "Fuck yeah, finally you got another guy," you know?
Yeah.
But Wayne and Ken were just kind of
Straight.
hey guys, you know.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes, I
they
do.
were cool. They were cool, but they were.
Were they?
They
though?
were very nerdy. Well, not I don't know nerdy, but they didn't.
No, that's fine.
They weren't raging, but also I think Wayne was like, I found out Wayne was like 40 years old or something crazy. Like he's a vampire, dude. He doesn't age, but
Well, have you seen him live? He's still alive. Do you know?
Whoa.
No, I know it's not.
I didn't know if we were having a China thing.
It's homeboy from no, Static X plays shows, and it's
Yeah, I
the
know.
dude from
Buckethead.
No.
I don't know if it ever was confirmed who it was, but I think it is the guy from Dope, right?
yeah, Dope.
Edsel Dope.
Okay.
But
he's doing it.
But yeah, so the funny thing about the Static thing is like I jammed with them for months, and it was cool. Like I learned all their stuff, but then it turned time to like writing music, and I was like, yeah, man, check out some of this stuff, and they're like,
Whoa.
that's fucking heavy, man. Like they're like, hey, try this, and it was like mellow, and I was like, yeah, I could tell that it wasn't like I was way into like super heavy stuff. They were not really.
You were listening to Sepultura and shit.
Yeah.
So you're ready
Yeah.
for that Max
Carcass,
Cavalera
you know?
fucking, yeah, dude.
And the funny thing was like, so it kind of wasn't working. It kind of like, we kind of like mutually were like, I was like, yeah, I don't know. This probably is not the right band for me. So went separate ways. I started my own band called Scrape and kind of was doing that and finding different members and stuff. Static X on the end, Drill became Static X. And it fucking flip flop where all of a sudden they're heavy as fuck, and I'm playing with fucking Depswa, you know. Depswa's not super heavy, but yeah,
I know that's a weird.
It was
paradox.
ironic that it was just like we were at crossing points, I guess. But
can I just interject real quick? I did see a every once in a while I go down like a rabbit hole like on YouTube, and I watched, like if you're in like a popular band, the guitar player will do like a tutorial on like their song or whatever. I don't know what the other guitar player. It might have actually been both of them sitting down together. Wasn't the guy Asian? The secondary guitar player.
Koichi.
Okay, so am I about to like get in trouble by what I'm gonna say? I feel like I'm on blast for a second. Okay, I don't know what just. I just had a small anxiety attack. I don't know why.
I don't really know. I've met him a few times. I don't really know that well.
Because I'm gonna talk a little bit of shit real quick. So.
So far, you're okay.
Yeah, don't say anything about the virus, man. You're
don't-
fine.
No, they did a tutorial on YouTube, like how to play one of their songs. And first of all, just their like hand position, like the way that they were like pressing, it looked like a fucking, boy, God, I want to say so many bad things. It looked like a beginner, somebody who couldn't even really press down the fucking, you know how, not gonna say that. God damn, I'm full of these tonight. It was. I just feel like I'm digging myself a hole right now.
Well, dude, if you
Hold on.
okay,
I watched a tutorial of them showing how to play the song. First of all, it was the most. It was like, if you're gonna learn how to play guitar, this is what you want to learn. It was a lot of this, and their fingers were just jammed up. You know, like a lot of jam was happening, and I was like, dude. And there was like a million views on this thing, and this is how we do it. Go do 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 go 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 do do go go, and I was like, I hate music.
Yeah.
Why is this? There's kids just like looking, just like feeling it so hard, and can't.
If you watch any Mick Thompson or Jim Root like tutorial, it's kind of that same thing. Like those guys shred.
Yeah.
But like when you watch them do it, it's like this weird.
Yeah. That's not
like
as
their
cool.
hand. It is. It's kind of wild. You're like, how the fuck are you?
It's not as
doing
cool
that?
as Flappy Fingers like I do.
You want to see Flap? You want to see Brian Head Welch? You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's not what I'm talking.
Monkey.
It just did not. I was like, it looks like a bunch of turds on the goddamn guitar, bro.
I had to say it.
I had to say it.
So, are you gonna say guitards?
Yeah. 10. Problem.
You're welcome.
You know, Wayne was
An asshole. Yeah.
No. Actually, he was a genius, man. Like I knew that he had something special, you know, and it was just didn't work when I played with him. But you know,
He had the vision.
The shitty thing is that it like towards the end, you know, that was when it kind of like, you know, we saw things going wrong, and you know, everyone kind of knows kind of what happened and whatever. But yeah, he was always pretty straight laced when I played with him, you know, and then it went the other way, the wrong way, you know, and
In a big way.
and it sucks.
In the ultimate way.
Yeah.
It was an OD, right?
Did he die?
Yeah, he died of OD. Right?
I don't know. I don't know if it was ever confirmed, but
For sure.
pretty much.
And by the way, just so you know, the reason why I say he's an asshole is that I had an experience where he was a complete fucking asshole. So Power Man came, played a show.
This is of the Trubes.
No, this was like a Edge Fest kind of thing. It was a festival. I don't think it was Edge Fest. Might have been. I don't actually know. But Power Man played. So like Steve, our old bass player, was like backstage because like Gordon was there. So like I was able to get a few buds backstage. We were backstage. And actually, I don't even know if I got Steve backstage. I think I did, but I don't remember. So we're back there, and
Steve's like, fucking asshole.
I don't know if he got his own way. I don't remember. He could have hopped the fence. I don't know. But we're back there. Steve's huge Static X fan. Huge. Like, just fucking, you push it, and he's just into it, right? So he's going into the service, and then he gets off the stage, and Steve wanted to say, hey, what's up, Wayne? Like, fucking, what's up, baby? Just a quick what's up. And he completely ignored Steve. I was standing right there, just like, drunk Richard is a very observant, just like staring at everything. And I was staring at everything. And Steve was like, hey, Wayne. And he's just fucking, basically just like, fuck you, bro. Like, don't even talk to me. And I just went up to him and like, you are a fucking asshole. I went like that, right in his face. I go, you're an asshole. And then a lot of people like grabbed me and Gordon was like, you fucking idiot. And like, just everyone was like, oh my God. But like that right there, I was like, I'll never fucking. He was walking to the potty. By the way, he needed to go to the restroom.
Is that when
You were looking out for your boy.
nice to talk to him while he got to pee, man. You know?
I guess, dude. If he had to take a diarrhea, I feel bad. But like,
Trying to get off stage.
You better take a picture of that if you're gonna be an asshole.
but I threw him the biggest bird and just sang to him, "You're an asshole," and I had a lot of heat on me, like instantly, like people that were sort of like walking with him and all this stuff. So that's why I called him an asshole. I don't know him. Sounds like you had a delightful time with him.
Nah, yeah, he was cool. You know, the funny thing is one of my buddies wrote for Chris Cuomo. What's up? He wrote for a publication used to be called Rock City News. I think when you guys got to LA, it was like already way gone, but it's called Rock City News. And he goes, hey man, I'm going to interview your your old bandmates in Static X. I go, that's gonna be fucking fun, man. He's like, what do you mean? I go, they're fucking boring, man. I was like, Tony's cool. He'll drink a beer with you. And so he went and interviewed him. He's like, Dan Noonan said you guys are boring.
Did you say Chris Cuomo?
Yeah, Chris Cuomo. Not Chris Cuomo. It's a different, probably just Chris Cuomo.
Not that one.
Okay.
Yeah, not the Governor Cuomo's brother, but yeah.
No, I heard it and I was like, let's see how this story pans out.
Yeah.
I guarantee it's a
but he fucking told him I said that. I was like, but yeah, it's funny. Tony was like, it's kind of true.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it kind of was. How did you get into? How did Carcinogen develop?
Yeah, so kind of like I said, after that, I was like, dude, I'm gonna start my own band. I started a band called Scrape.
Right.
And we recorded some demos and kind of did some stuff, played some shows. We actually did all right. And then Jeremy,
you guys scraped by.
We barely scraped by.
Fuck yeah. Thank you. Yeah. If there was a crowd here, that would have been a fucking
Good job,
standing
Richard.
error.
Holy fuck.
What?
I just got blinded by Dano's fucking gold watch.
Oh,
Is that?
Jesus
I wore the
Christ.
shitty one today. Damn it.
Oh my god! What is that? Is that a Rolex?
Dude, I turned my
it's
head this way and it went.
It's an Invicta.
Invicta. I don't know what that is.
It's a nice quality watch, but not very expensive.
Okay.
But if you have 30 of them, it's cool.
We're gonna get to bracelets here down the road.
Ford Focuses are not that great, but do you have 30 of them? Because that's actually pretty cool.
That is true. I got a fleet.
What do you mean?
I actually rent these. If you know anyone that can't afford a watch,
Going to prom or whatever. Okay, so
Scrape recorded a demo. I kept in touch with Jeremy, and a lot of people don't know Jeremy is probably the best guitar player I fucking know. Like not only is he the best singer, best songwriter, but best guitar player.
without a doubt.
So I was recording a demo with Scrape, and I'm a kind of a lead guy, but not like shredder. I can hold my own, but Jeremy's like sweet pick guy, and so I go, hey man, you want to come throw down some solos on a demo that we're doing? He's like, oh yeah. So he comes down, went into studio, recorded. He fucking ripped it up and then took off, went back home, and he was in a band, started Carcinogen up north.
That was Modesto?
Yeah. Shitty thing is my studio guy calls up and goes, that tape that I recorded you guys on is missing or something. So
Nice.
you got to re-record. So we went and re-recorded, and then I had to do the solos and I mimic Jeremy, but couldn't really do it that good. But the cool thing was Jeremy and I kept in touch, and Jeremy hit me up. He goes, hey man, my band's gonna come down. We're playing a show down in like Orange County or something. You want to come check it out? I'm all, dude, totally. Went down there, blew me the fuck away. I go, holy shit, dude! Like I'd never heard Jeremy sing, and it wasn't like he was
That
really,
output, that guy's fucking pipes,
the
dude.
funny thing is, it wasn't like he was really singing. It was like back then, it was kind of like a Sepultura Soulfly, kind of like, it was like growly but screaming and I was like, holy shit, dude. I was like, but these guys are like, they had something cool,
Yeah.
And I go, dude, right now, so this every band that I quit gets signed. You guys should come down. Let me join your band. I'll quit. You get a fucking record deal,
You show up with a case of beer and your fucking
PVM.
Yeah.
your PV, dude.
Yeah. So the funny and the weird thing is, a lot of people don't know this, and it's a telling story about Jeremy. Is he has twin daughters, and then I met his twin daughters when they were 5 years old.
Yeah.
and we were jamming in his front room, and they're running around like crazy. Jeremy he loves the music, and he's a very good musician, but he's pigeonholed in Central California. There ain't labels going up to Sacramento or Modesto,
Especially
looking for bands.
Right.
So I think he kind of knew that. He came down to LA, and I told him, I said, man, Korn just got signed, Coal Chamber, Spine Shank, Static X, all these bands are getting signed. You guys could, I was like, and I wasn't really even soliciting a role in the band because I kind of had my band still, but I just was like,
you saw Korn and shit getting signed.
They kind of, yeah, they kind of were, when I first moved down there, they were already on their way, but Coal Chamber, all those guys, like, were, wow, like System of a Down.
System, yeah,
dude.
Of course.
I got like Meigs from System of a Down, and we're friends, and he hit me up. He goes, it was like I was on his like guest list or fan, whatever they call what they call that, mailing list or whatever.
Oh yeah.
He goes, hey, we have a big show coming up. We need some people there. You gonna show up? And
Whiskey.
It was at the Roxy.
At the Roxy.
And
I was gonna say
but
Knitting
he
Factory.
invited me, and he was like, and I'm watching going, what the fuck are these guys doing? But the crowd loved it, and
Hell yeah.
dude,
Cocaine as fuck.
but dude, they blew up, and Snot came out, like all these bands. I'm like, dude, this is
The scene was fucking ripe.
killer
And
scene.
I'm sorry I interrupted because you were telling us the path of all that. I just was thinking like, dude, when all these bands came up, you were right there.
Yeah, and it was just timing, and that's kind of what it was when Jeremy, I go, dude, you guys should move down here, and Ryan, the bass Tooth, Tooth,
You gave him that name.
yeah, well, so no. So Ryan has this affinity for Asian women, I guess.
Hey.
Oh, whoa.
And he he used to before he got married.
Yeah. To a very white.
Yeah. But so
As it should be. Just kidding. I married a Korean. That was a joke.
So Ryan saw this picture of me sitting on my bed at the old house that I lived in with 8 other musicians, and I'm passed out, like with a beer on my chest, and there's this little Asian chick sitting on my bed, just kind of laughing at me. And he's like, "Who's that, man?" I go, "That's Ruth." He's all, "Who's Ruth?" I'm all, "Ruth the Tooth," and he's all, "Tooth?" And so yeah, we just doesn't make a lot of sense, but
It's the best. I'm so glad that's the story.
It only took 20 years to fucking hear why that fucking thing.
and it doesn't make sense. It's like
Ruth the Tooth.
Ruth the Tooth. And then I'm all, "What's up, Tooth?" He's all, "Tooth." And so we call each other Tooth, which doesn't even make sense either.
No.
But yeah,
That's the best. That's the best.
but it's good. So Ruth the Tooth is the reason Tooth got his name. And
Wow,
he
okay.
probably doesn't even remember that.
Nope,
But
never happened.
yeah, so Ryan was way interested. He goes, "Dude, I want to move to LA. I'm ready to do it."
Ryan with the fucking bullhorn
Yeah.
nose ring.
Yep. And then
So hard.
Colin was our drummer. He was
Hell yeah.
he wasn't really locked down either. He was like, "Yeah, I'd be down to go out. I'd be down to go out there."
That's right.
That's Colin.
Colin.
Oh,
And then but the hard part,
Ryan too, probably though.
the hardest part, like I wouldn't have let Colin or Ryan join my band, but if Jeremy's coming, okay.
yeah.
I'm just kidding, Ryan. But yeah. So Jeremy goes, "Dude, so my mom's gonna take custody of my girls, and I'm moving to LA." I go,
No
fuck yeah.
fucking way.
And I go, "Dude,
It's on.
it's on." Because dude, when you're that determined to make that big of a move, you're gonna make it work. And I knew that Jeremy could do it just because he's that talented.
He's so good.
And the cool thing is that his mom was supportive, and it wasn't like he's given up his daughters. Like we're 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours away, whatever, But so that was when I knew it was real. You know, it was like, and they moved down, and he goes, dude, we're moving to LA. He goes, but we want you to be in the band. And I go, dude, I'm down. You know,
Let's do it.
and it's funny, and it's kind of funny because it goes back, and I don't even know if Jeremy remembers this, but when we were in the death metal band in Sacramento, I was like the ringleader. Like I was like, dude, we gotta fucking rehearse, we gotta do this, and then like the bass player would flake out, and I'd get pissed, and then Jeremy told me, he goes, dude, he goes. If we ever get in, I think it was after that band broke up, he goes, if I ever get in another band, the only other guitar player I want in the band is you. I was like, that's pretty cool, man. You know?
Yeah.
And Jeremy had dreadlocks.
3.
Thinning.
He had 3 dreadlocks.
He was the
Sorry,
only,
Jeremy.
He's the only guy that I've ever seen with thin.
Yeah, dude.
Like those old pictures. Those
Yeah.
Jeremy had
less dreadlocks than Morgan Rose.
Jeremy had thin hair. I think it started out braids, and then it just kind of turned into like 3 or 4 dreadlocks.
Nice.
But it was cool, dude. He actually had a cool vibe. I
Yeah,
thought.
but the thing is there are some guys like Joe Rogan or whatever that once they take it all off and they just go straight bald, like something happens. Like they actually are more that person than anything else. You know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah.
They fit that.
It takes on this whole new.
They fit that. They fit that image more than anything. So they all move down, still carcinogen. And then how long does it take to turn into Depswa?
So pretty much we started doing. So we did carcinogen for a while.
Scarsaskatchewan?
Saskatchewan.
Scarcinogen?
But,
all of our fans
so-
of Scarskatchy.
So you guys remember?
Have
prevailed.
listened to
You prevailed.
Scarcinogen.
So Jeremy started hanging out with a good friend of ours, Kevin Curtin, that turned him on to Jeff Buckley. So we went from being raw to raw with a little. So we wrote Faithless, which was like momentous part in time where
Oh
we
my
went.
God, how wild
we did
was that?
the heavy to melodic, and
I feel the weight.
it was
There
like,
was confusion and boners and
yeah.
fucking.
So once we,
Oh my God.
once we did that, we were like, okay, now we're transitioning to something different. So Carcinogen's demo that they did before I was even in the band was the title of it was Depswa. Oh,
that's
what
right.
what we said is we go, all right, we've kind of built this thing under Carcinogen. Instead of ostracizing everyone and starting something new, let's use that, call the band Depswa.
Yeah.
That way there's a lineage kind of, even though it's not the same, but it still connects.
Next chapter. Next
chamber.
book, whatever.
But
yeah.
going back in it, I wish we could have named our band something that people would spell right and pronounce right, and that I don't have to enunciate every time.
The
Probably
Oneaters.
yes, but more importantly, I had to pee.
Go pee.
Go.
Man.
Can we cut?
No, we're not going to cut.
Oh,
just-
we're gonna chill. We're gonna.
Oh,
sit
you
here.
can film. Come, follow me, guys. No,
You just get out and pee.
Yeah, go.
follow me. You got a pee can?
Because we'll get beer.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll bring you guys beers back.
No, it gives us time to
Nice.
talk shit about you for a minute. And the fact that you're probably the oldest guy that's ever been on the show and you have to pee in the middle of it. I mean, it's all there.
Chuck didn't even have to go to the bathroom.
That's true. And he's got kidney stones. He's got a string hanging out the end of his dick right now.
I didn't want to be the one to say it. I didn't want to be the one.
Dude, I had no clue any of this stuff happened. None of it.
I know it's cool.
And the fact that
He was in the fucking trenches of all that shit.
the
you know?
coolest thing is that he really was in the cut of the scene that is the quintessence of the music that we fucking love.
Yeah.
He was around Corny, a Deftones, a System of a Down, Cold Chamber. Sorry, I don't, whatever.
Cold chamber.
They were right in the coattails.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like
Whatever.
there was such a fucking dope. The thing is so crazy to think that, I mean, obviously Los Angeles, biggest pawn that you could for the music, right? For the music scene. If you want like theater, you go down to New York. If you want fucking music, you're going to Los Angeles.
Do you remember that Amy chick that was Kenny Didia's gal when we were kind of doing that thing and trying to?
Of course.
So she was. I remember the story. She was talking to us about how the first time that System played at the Whiskey, and she's like, there were 500 Armenian kids that packed the Whiskey when System like debuted here.
That's right.
For the first time, and it was fucking bananas.
That's so that I remember her telling, dude, I was so fucking drunk at that time of my life. It's so funny. You bring that story up and it directly transports me.
It went,
yep, I feel it. I've totally forgot about her.
Wouldn't that be such a cool thing to see, dude?
It would, and this man is
was right there when all that shit was going on.
He's a living fossil. That's not cool.
He's a living fossil.
Record. He was right in the goddamn middle of it.
Yeah, he was in the fucking
the thick
of the yeah.
I think I don't know.
Which is cool shit.
And the crazy thing is like that whole scene developed over like, you know, like a 5-year long period until it was finally distributed to our sector.
And you know why it happened? Because there was a scene.
Right. We tried to have a scene here.
We did, and there was a scene.
There was a cool scene.
But it didn't.
No.
It didn't get legs. It died.
No.
But like, I remember Gordon giving advice like, you guys have to have a scene because that's what they had there. And like, if you don't have your fucking homies and everybody and everyone just working together, not in a competitive, not in a competitive way, but like, as in like, let's all work together to gain the same, we're all reaching the same goal, like building a scene. Like that's what happened in the System of a Down, Korn.
That's what
Deftones
happened
era
with us. You know, it's like we were playing shows with Droid.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
you got
Droid
Turn
was
of the
fucking
Screw.
awesome. Buddy fucking threw the fuck down.
Oh, dude,
that guy was awesome.
So good.
And Jamie and fucking Bruce, dude. I remember those guys.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Buddy's collab on Faithless was fucking good.
Sick,
dude. I've been trying to get him to, or I've been not really trying too hard, but I want to get him. I'd loved it. That song's the best song that's never been released. Really, you know,
it's the one because I remember. So my when Gordon got in, that was what we got, was Faithless. And Gordon went from Agriculture, which had its own sound and caliber of musicianship, especially vocally. And then the chorus of Faithless hits. And you go, now that, and I know it's kind of like a reference to you guys' first album, but like is like the voice of like a fucking angel.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you just hear this fucking coming down on me. You're
Yeah,
just
so
whoa,
like, yeah,
what is happening?
When Jeremy realized that he has like a fucking amazing angel voice.
Yeah, oh shit, I can sing, man.
Yeah, and it's the
bitches are gonna dig this. No, I don't know. I don't think that he'd say that. I would say that. If
I better
could sing,
shave these 3 dreadlocks off.
and he did. So again, to get back to the question, how long did it take from Carcinogen to Depswa to sign to Geffen Records, subsidiary of Universal?
I think they moved. So I think I joined in '98, but they were up in NorCal still quite a bit, and I'd go up and play with them up there.
Oh, really?
But then they moved. I think they moved to LA in '99. So, you know, like in 2 years, probably 3 years.
Fast forward to the
Which
dump.
it seemed like a lot longer than that, but yeah. So, you know, they moved down.
Did he go straight to the dump? Did he move to the dump?
I think they lived with me for a while.
Okay. So
And
for those of
then-
you who don't know, the dump was the central location for like the Depswa community, basically.
That's where they rehearsed.
That's where they rehearsed. That's where Jeremy lived. That's where lots of people
And I
lived.
remember going to your place once.
Yeah.
You were in Van Nuys.
I didn't let hooligans.
Yeah,
in.
Dan
You were
was
in
very,
Van
My
Nuys,
place,
weren't
man.
you?
My gated community doesn't let you guys.
Yeah,
in.
he called it Dan Nuys.
No, it's actually called. I called it Van Nuys, but it's actually Panorama City, which you don't
Danorama
wanna, you never
City?
want to tell. Ugh,
Come on, man.
You know,
You're
whereas-
like missing out on all these choice little nugs, dude.
there's Dan
Yeah.
Eyes and
Yeah.
Danorama.
Yeah. but when I got off the freeway, I was going. Panorama City, man. That sounds really nice.
Hell yeah, it does.
Yeah, right.
Not when you get there.
Nope. Yep. You ever seen The Big Lebowski? Everything is that.
Are you east or west of Van Nuys? Well, I'm east. Oh, good. 1 block east. Is that bad?
It was the very first time I'd ever been to a Target that had 2 stories. In Van Nuys, there was a Target that had 2 stories, and it had the escalator and then the escalator for your cart. That I was like, hey, we're doing it. We're doing it big down here in Van Nuys.
Mind blowing, baby.
Dude, I was like, we got an escalator for the cart?
Yeah.
Come on now.
The one in Beverly Hills doesn't even have this.
Exactly. Okay, so we're not running out of time, but we are.
We're running out of.
No. I want you to
Good
get
time.
to. I want you to get to Depswa.
Yeah,
and I
that's-
want to know what were the series of events that led to the signing of the band. And once we get into there, we're gonna have to fucking get right into
yeah,
social media questions.
Uh-oh. I already saw this.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get right in. I'm gonna answer some of the easier. I'm gonna ask you some of the.
I'm going to let you guys answer some of the easy ones.
Not a
'cause-
chance. Not a chance. You're the guest. So what?
right.
So what was the series of? So you guys switched the name to Depswa because
Yep.
it was the It was the name of
Yep.
the Carcinogen album. Then you guys jammed for, you said, 2 or 3 years. What was that defining moment? Who came, saw you? Who were you connected to? What was that like? Because not a lot of people know,
Yeah.
especially in that time. That was like, you guys were the very end of bands getting signed in that specific way
Yep.
that everybody wanted to get signed like. That ended with your guys' era.
Yeah, I think
what was it?
I think Edema
Yes.
was right before us, then it was us.
And then that was the end of it.
And that was kind of, I mean, so there were some other ones. Like some of the bands on Ozfest were
But I just
At
mean
that-
like it was like there was it's like a chunk in time. That, I mean, once MP3s started gaining traction, the album lost a lot of its weight,
Yep.
and then and then obviously with the technology, you can record your own shit. Now, internet is starting to progress in a way where you can release your own shit. Everything sort of shifted. But what did that look like for Depswa? What was the first connection? And then how did you get signed?
So we played this place, and it's an iconic club in LA. It was called the Coconut Teaser.
Yeah.
Was it around when you guys?
Yeah,
Hell
fuck
yeah, dude.
Okay.
Come on, there's a goddamn pillar right in the fucking middle of the goddamn.
Yeah, sweet. But so we played the Coconut Teaser all the time, and we started doing pretty good. I mean, we started hitting pretty good, like Troubadour, Roxy, Whiskey, Viper Room,
Key Club.
and this guy Crazy Craig, I think they called him.
It's always a fucking nickname. Crazy Craig.
Yeah, if your name's Craig and it's not crazy, you're boring, Craig. But
Because that's a boring ass name, Craig.
so
I'm Crazy Craig, no.
so he was Glenn Danzig's assistant, and so
Full circle.
so
Glenn Danzig.
yeah,
doesn't
so-
need a fucking assistant.
So back then he did. I don't know. Apparently.
All right.
So he
Maybe in the Misfits.
he hits us up and goes, hey, Glenn Danzig, they're starting a label, Verotic Records, whatever, and he likes your band. We went over and we met with Glenn Danzig, and like he let us raid his little vault of like comic books and shit, and cool. And then it was like, okay, we're playing a show. Some random German dude called me. Brussels? I don't know how German people talk.
Please continue.
He goes, I would like to see the band. And I go, oh, who is this? And some German dude from Danzig's record label, apparently. They were a German-based record label.
Yeah.
And he goes, I would like to meet you before the show or whatever. We're like, all right, cool, man. So we meet him at Jacopo's in West Hollywood.
Fucking Jacopo's.
Come on,
Dude.
Taylor.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
I know about Jacopo's.
The old lineage continues.
Dude, that was where starving musicians go to die, man. But,
Yeah, but starving musicians with like $3 extra.
yeah.
Like that pizza.
Well, no, I'm saying they go there
their
to
food was
work there
good.
because they're about to die.
Yeah.
Cam, you're the only one that didn't work there, huh?
I'm the only one who didn't work there.
Yeah, I mean, none of it. It was just me and you who worked there.
It was great.
Yeah, fucking Queen Latifah. Me and Queen Latifah are fucking homies because of that.
So meet with this dude, and then we go play the show. And Crazy Craig's at the show and comes walking up. He goes, "Hey, do you know that guy at the bar right there?" Well, yeah, that's Christoph or whatever his name was. He goes, and I said, "Yeah, we met with him before the show. What, you didn't know about that?" No, we didn't know about that. Oh shit! So label went behind, and this is all allegedly. I don't know. But apparently the label went behind Danzig's back and met with us. And next thing you know, Glenn Danzig doesn't have a label. Glenn Danzig's not on the label, and we lost contact. So
The politics.
it may have been but you know what? Probably is a good thing for me. Probably a good thing for Danzig. I don't know. But so we that never happened. Next thing you know, we're playing a show. This dude. Well, okay. So what happens is this guy that used to like. He's at every show. Like we'd known this guy for 2 or 3 years. His name's Tom Hazert, and always give him flyers. This is when everyone handed out flyers. And I'm like, "Hey, dude, we're playing a show." "Oh, cool, man. I'll try to make it." Yeah. Turns out, like one day he goes, "Oh man, yeah, I'm looking for a place to live," and it was like I think Ryan Tooth was moving out, like. And we had an extra room at the dump at our rehearsal place or something. And so I was like, well, we might have a place here. And he's like, "Oh, dude, I'll take it, man." So he moves in. Apparently the dude had never heard us jam in 3 years that we'd been friends with him. And he moves in and we're rehearsing and he comes out and goes,
Oh, you guys are.
"What the fuck? You guys are pretty damn good,
Yeah.
And dude, like literally the next day we had 3 attorneys calling up. We had a attorney come meet with us. We had like, and it goes back to, it all depends on who you know, man. Cause it's like, we're doing the same shit. I mean, we were making slow progress, but
Yep.
you get someone in the know that goes,
So he's an A&R guy for.
he just knows, he knows everyone, you know?
Okay.
And so it was like, he goes, if he calls up and says,
I got something.
"You guys got to hear this shit,"
Yeah.
That was the big deal. And so
That's where it all starts.
The cool thing was the attorney that he brought over, female attorney, young, good looking. So
A female attorney?
all the
Those
issues,
exist, Alex?
yeah. so she was Adima's attorney as well, and she got them $1 million deal, and so she's got every A&R exec's phone number in her book, and they're gonna call her back because she's hot,
Hell yeah. She had big tits?
I don't want to talk about that,
Oh.
but I
Oh,
don't
sorry.
know. I don't know really, but
She wore a suit. Okay.
but she's beautiful, and
Okay, shit.
but so next day we're playing a troubadour show coming up, and she goes, "I invited 25 A&R people to your show."
Oh my God, dude.
And I'm like, "Holy shit, this is crazy!" It's like, dude, this one guy tells one person, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden it's this crazy thing.
And he was homeless.
Yeah, sort of. I guess I don't know.
That's the best.
Yeah, but then the cool thing was like, we did the show and it went really well, and we got a couple responses. And then after that show, we went back to the dump and we're raging, and this little redhead dude's there, kind of weird. Who the fuck's this guy? Mm-hmm. Turns out Corey Taylor. He's Corey Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah,
hanging
so he's like, "Dude, I like you guys, man. I just want to sign you guys." And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." So we kind of went that direction, like thinking, let's go with Corey Taylor. They're like kind of the deal right now. So then that kind of progressed in some other stuff. what was the other thing? There was another thing that was kind of funny that, oh yeah, so Corey Taylor liked us, wanted to sign us, and then all of a sudden we get this call from this random guy. I'm the guy that get the random people call, I guess. Yeah, hi, I'm the manager for Mudvayne, you know.
Yeah.
And
High roller toller.
High roller toller, baby. And he goes, do you guys have a manager? And I go, well, I was like, kind of. We got this guy that we're working with that's helping us out, but no official management agreement. Probably shouldn't have said that. Well, I don't even know if I said that. I think I said we did have a manager, and then it kind of created a problem because he's like, well, I can't get involved if he's involved. And, you know, so then it turned into like he's going to give Tom a cut, or I don't even know exactly what it was, but it turned kind of shitty at that point, like people just trying to get their hands on what's already kind of rolling, you know. But I mean, it's good to have people that know what they're doing involved, and so
For sure.
we were so green that we just rolled with it. We were just like, oh yeah, all these people are going to help us, you know, they got our best interests in mind.
Yeah.
And so
They manage Mudvayne. It makes fucking sense. Let's
Yeah.
do it. Fuck yeah.
yeah. So funny thing is, like, we're talking to Corey and like, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. And that dude, this was before he like cleaned up. He was kind of whacked out. Like, it was like a goldfish like attention span. Like, yeah, so this is what we're gonna do, titties, you know. And like, you know, it's like, holy
Right.
shit, you know. Like, I'm like, it's like kind of hard to talk to this guy, but
Yeah.
I mean, he was.
If you talk to today's Corey Taylor,
Yeah,
you'd
it'd
be
be-
like, all right, yeah, man, you've got it all put together.
Yeah, but he loved the band. He liked the band, and that was cool.
Which is
that-
fucking awesome.
Yeah, and so then
Corey Taylor showed up at
So-
the dump. Like, that's
Yeah.
fucking,
Yeah.
that's huge.
he spent the night at the dump. I didn't even spend the night at the dump. But
What's all these rat carcasses here? Jeremy's been stomping them out.
Jeremy and Corey Taylor just
Stomping out.
stomping out rats all night.
yeah,
Jeez.
so midway between that, so then we go meet with Corey Taylor's people, and we're like sitting there watching the new American Head Charge video, which his management company was gonna manage that band or something. And we're like, damn, this is pretty crazy. But we start hearing stories about, you know, some of the people in that camp being kind of shady, and that's why we kind of need a manager like Chuck Toller that's worked with them before, you know, and he's going to protect us. So we're like, all right, we better stick with Chuck. Meantime, we were supposed to go do a what's it called, a showcase at the Viper Room. So, or no, actually Troubadour. So playing a show at the Troubadour, the owner or president of Geffen, Jordan Schur, is bringing Fred Durst out. Yeah. So apparently we played it. We played the show, and I hear that Fred Durst tells Jordan Schur, "Not really feeling it, man. Not really feeling it." But then Fred Durst went and told Tom, "Really feeling it, man. We should get this guy's on our Limp Bizkit label, you know."
Oh, jeez.
And so-
Louise.
The politics come into play again.
So then it is all hearsay. Don't sue me, whatever. But
Well, 6 people watched the show, so
Yeah.
don't worry about that. My big tit comment.
Dad.
Yeah, my big tit comment. Ain't no one gonna hear it.
yeah. So then so
Shut me down.
then Jordan Schur hears that Fred Durst is like trying to snake us out from under him. So that's when Jordan Schur got serious about it. And so it was time for us to sign the record deal with Corey Taylor, and Jordan Schur faxes over a better agreement.
Sure. Yeah.
And we're
More
like,
zeros.
And basically our manager goes, "We're going with Geffen. That's it." And I go, "Corey's gonna be pissed." And so I was like, "Oh shit," you know.
And there was more, like, kind of camaraderie with that one. This one, you looked at zeros. Right.
Not really. I mean, dude, we didn't care. Like
You didn't care. You were just,
We didn't.
hey, manager guy, give us the best
Yeah,
thing.
it
We
was,
trust you.
dude. Believe us, believe me. If it was like letting down a friend versus taking the money, I think we would have
You
probably
take the money.
Well, no, I think we would have went with Corey, but we didn't. We thought it was all the same in our book. We're just like, we have no idea, you know. And we're like, we're trusting these managerial people that are saying, hey, we're gonna guide your career and help you. Yeah, right, motherfuckers.
But the guy who had also like dug the same trench that you did wanted you to.
Yeah,
and
but
that would have been the.
but-
Maybe, who knows?
Is
Who
it a big-
knows?
well,
It's actually
no.
a big deal.
Well,
though.
no, what happened, and actually it comes full circle. So
It better,
Chuck,
Dan.
Chuck Toller calls us up and goes, "We're going with Geffen. That's it." And so Ryan gets on the phone and calls Corey Taylor, and then Chuck Toller hears that he called Corey Taylor, and he lights Ryan up, yelling at him, "What the fuck are you doing?" Da, 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 da. And so it's like, oh man, this is bad. Corey didn't talk to us for probably a year and a half. We went and played Des Moines, and he shows up at a show, and his label folded. It didn't even. I don't even think it got off its feet, you know. And so he comes up. He goes,
Did they
"Dude,"
have any acts?
They had So they were gonna sign 40 Below Summer, but
Oh, that's right.
40 Below Summer ended up going on the parent label and not their label, and so it was like so.
Didn't
Another-
Bob
it
didn't-
Marlette? Bob
it's-
Marlette do their album?
It's another band
know.
that had some fucking great fucking
Dude,
tunes.
they were
Just
good.
Never,
did, yeah.
it just-
They were home.
They
we were
threw the
homies.
fuck down.
They were sick.
I
dude.
remember sitting at the dump when 13th Step came out, and it was Jeremy sitting down at the console and Max standing there, and we were listening to the Noose, and it was like the first time we'd all ever heard the album. It's fucking amazing, dude.
Who's 13 Step?
the Perfect Circle album?
Oh
13th
yeah.
Step?
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Dude, it was fucking awesome. Like watching all these other fucking cool musicians
Yeah.
that had never heard it either.
Yeah.
Like listening to it is fucking cool.
Yeah.
Just right there at the dump at Jeremy's console. you know?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
So back on track, hopefully.
You're signed to Geffen.
Yeah. So we signed to Geffen, and
David Geffen had you guys on his yacht, and you guys fucking
No,
had,
David Geffen wasn't even involved in Geffen at that point. But Corey did tell us, he goes, "Dude, you guys made the right decision. You know, I was pissed off and whatever and blah blah blah." And so we kind of rectified it. And the funny thing is, we were talking about Faithless. I saw Corey at we were recording later down the road, and I saw Corey at the Rainbow. He's like, "What's up?" And I go, "Hey." He's like, "Wait." I go, "Dude," I thought, "Why don't you come sing on Faithless, man? You should come on sing on Faithless." He goes, $5. And I go, "Done." Gave him $5, and he told me his hotel that he was staying at, and I said, "I'll bring you a demo tomorrow." Brought it down there, dropped it off. Never heard from the dude. He owes me $5, but I did go to his wedding, so that's another funny story, but maybe for next time.
Okay, so in lieu of time, we have 21 minutes. We have a
For the sake of time.
what did I say? In
lieu.
Yeah. All right.
Instead of time, let's use
not have time.
let's use geometry.
Try to sound smart.
Go. Dude, in lieu of what? The
In Kung Lu.
Kung Lao.
Kung Lao.
Cam was like, "You fucking ass."
God damn it!
We have a new section, new segment on the show called Social Media Fucking Questions. Social Media Fucking Questions. Social Media Fucking Questions.
Could we get that recorded, like the intro, a little more professional?
We just created it right now, Dan. Shut up. And
Call
this-
David Giffen.
Call David Giffen. And question number 1. God damn it, Gordon.
God damn it.
Gordon, 7,000 questions?
he's
Too many.
He's trying to get back at me.
Too many. But we're going to go with Ben Heckman's question, which is my other brother. His question I thought was valid and very good. He goes, "Would you have become a Zoni if Gordon never joined Depswa?"
You know, and I did see that question, and I probably wouldn't actually. You know, the funny thing is, when I was like, I said, you know, I'm not really LA's not my jammer anymore. Where the fuck am I gonna go?
Right.
It was, I think San Antonio I was thinking, and I was like, maybe Arizona, and I kind of what I did is I kind of was looking at housing prices.
Yeah.
And
Arizona.
but I go, also, I got friends and family.
You got
out
some
there.
homies out here.
And you know, the shitty thing is since I've been out here, we don't really see each other. But the way I looked at it, I go, it's kind of like, I mean, I'm getting teary, man. But
Oh, I like it.
like your family is like, they're like my third family, you know, my third parents, you know. It's
Yeah.
like they truly cared for us, and that was one of the things I go, if I go anywhere, it'd be cool to have that support system, you know. It's like all the people I love and friends and family and cool, you know. Shitty thing is we all get older, have kids
and-
except for me that I know of.
Are you dating?
What?
No.
No, not really.
Do you want to date? Are you on Tinder?
I'm a marsupial, man. I self-program.
Have you been on Tinder?
No, so
You gotta get on there, buddy. There's a
There's
lot of fucking gonorrhea, baby.
there's a lot of what I don't want to get into, but I've had a kind of a weird trip in Arizona so far, but
All right.
it's freeing up. So ladies,
Yeah, hit up Dan.
Shit.
Might force Dan to get on Tinder because your lack of STDs is rather
Go
depressing.
to church. You'll meet a nice girl.
well,
there.
Yeah, dude.
I went on.
Nah, yeah.
Bumble and church,
No,
you're
dude.
bound. And you
Actually-
don't have, like Richard said, you're very clean.
I like that,
STD
actually.
free. You're fucking prime pickings, baby.
No, I like the church angle. Fooled you. No,
We got a couple homies.
no, I went.
Yeah.
No, so I went on a site. I went on Grinder, and like it wasn't what I thought, man.
Grinder.
Oh,
Yeah, that's dudes sucking off dudes. But you know what?
Yeah, but
that's why.
You know
No
the
wonder.
thing is though, a lot of fucking goes on Grinder.
I know.
Everyone wants to fuck on Grinder.
Dude, that's what I tell people. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I kind of wish I was gay.
Oh,
You
God.
know, I was like, hey, you want to go
you
hunting
want to
and
get the
fishing,
most
and then
action.
suck each other off.
You don't really have to wish.
Throw the football around, and then
We can go hunting and fishing, and then we can suck each other.
Throw the football around. Yeah, man, you got a stinky dick. Yeah, you do too. All right, put it in my mouth.
Suck it.
Suck my dick. Suck my dick.
Joe, you're so funny.
Let me.
Hairy buttholes aren't very
Holy
attractive, man.
fucking shit, dude.
That is not reserved for just men, by the way. I've seen quite a
Fishing and then suck each other.
Racist, homophobic.
All right.
We've touched on all of it. God damn it, dude. Whatever. It's organic.
Who's getting canceled?
Yeah.
How long did it take to lay those bricks, man?
Ask Debbie. She
Yes.
did.
Oh, I saw the podcast. Or the-
Okay. Oh, this one's good. This one's good. We're not gonna get to any of Gordon. I hope we don't do one of your fucking questions, Gordon.
Oh.
Yeah, fucking Gordon skimming Gordon. Guess what? Gordon will see 6 minutes of this episode because he's a skimmer.
yeah.
All right.
I skimmed by it.
He's like, I skim it.
Yeah.
You know me. Like, I don't really
Like,
give a shit
he
about
does
anything.
this where it's like, you gotta understand.
You
like,
just gotta know.
Skim it.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
I really don't care at all. I got Howard
What do you
Stern.
think about that? I don't really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're
all
just
the
like,
way.
dude, that's it.
On-
I just don't really care.
No, I thought this was good for the grinder question. Richard, Cam, Gordon, you gotta fuck one, you gotta marry one, you gotta kill one. Go.
That puts you in a
Oh,
weird position.
man.
I'm very interested.
I am too.
I feel like I'm executed for some reason.
No. I think that if the question
Marry,
was
kill.
asked to me,
Yeah, you're gonna marry, kill, fuck Richard, Cam, and Gordon.
Well, I'm gonna fuck Cam.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm gonna marry Gordon.
Yep.
Because he'll clean the house.
Yep.
And then sorry,
I gotta
sorry,
go.
dude.
That I saw coming.
We'll hang before that happens, though.
That's all right.
I'll at least let you know it's coming. You know?
Dude, I'm just glad that I lived.
No, I would fuck Cam too. It's
Well,
fine.
no, I'm gonna fuck you to death, dude. You're both dying.
Oh, yeah. What am I thinking?
You
I
got
wouldn't
fucked
last
to
5
death.
minutes under the sheets with
You
Dano.
got
Are
fucked to
kidding
death.
me?
He just died.
So
didn't-
I won.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. How much money has he actually made playing poker? If you could, so obviously, so Dan, you
a good question.
got into poker. I have a story. I remember we went to I don't remember if it was your place, had to have been your place. We were playing poker, and you put on Muse, which I had never fucking heard before, and I was like, I remember it was on their first record, and it was like that first song with like all that shit, and I was just like, I think I was a little too fucked up or something, because it was hitting me in a way. I was just like, I'm liking this a lot. It was like pumping through my veins, and you fucking played Muse, and then you took all our money.
Oh, yeah.
So you were into poker
So,
a long time ago.
yeah.
How much money do you think you've made?
Dude, I couldn't even count, but I've
Are you doing that still?
yeah, I played poker probably 3 or 4 times a week, but
Online?
yeah, right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can't.
COVID, it can't be irresponsible, you know.
Yeah, COVID.
But no, I'm actually world ranked on Hendon Mob Poker. If
Are you?
You'd look up my name. It says world
It's like going to the bar.
lifetime winnings.
It's like going to the bar and seeing Dano on the fucking golden team.
Yeah, but you know what it says for
exactly what it's
lifetime winnings?
Where you at?
$578.
Oh, I thought you were saying 578,000.
World
That was so anticlimactic, Dano. What the
How did that
fuck?
happen?
World Series of Poker's 2017.
Oh my god!
That's the only one I've cashed, like a World Series event. But I mean, as far as like,
Have you ever gone to?
I have a room there.
You got a room there.
I get a room there.
What's
pretty
the name
much
of the
all
goddamn
time.
place?
Talking Stick.
Talking Stick. God damn it.
So I do pretty well at poker. I would say I'm a winning player, not a professional player like that. Like I couldn't get by playing
High
it.
stakes, though.
But I win more than I lose, and I play a lot, so that's a good thing.
That's
you know?
what you got to do, though. You got to spend a
Yeah.
lot.
If
and
if I lost more than I win, I wouldn't play anymore.
you have
That's
a
true.
room, so we'll just.
Well, no, I don't have a room. I get a room. I get a room when I play.
you get a room
I get a room
They throw a room in
because you're gonna be there for a while.
I get.
That's
Yes.
that's the ticket. All right, so let's.
He's a
get,
high roller.
He's a high
Not
roller.
really.
there. They're like Dano.
Yeah.
I don't even know which fucking question to go
Also,
with.
it's cheaper than an Uber. Well, not really.
Because where are you?
I'm in Mesa, Dobson.
Okay.
Well, Dobson Ranch, man, not Mesa.
So you're a straight shot down the 101 then.
yeah.
You're 10 minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
Can you guys manage while I pee for a second?
Let's do it.
I
Yeah,
have
you
to
go
pee.
and then I'll go.
Do it.
Okay, and then I'll ask the question.
All right. And then you grab
we
me
can
another
manage.
beer too.
me another one. We got
Grab me another beer too.
Dan, what do you do now then?
So I'm a realtor now. I've had my real estate license for 2 years.
Selling the real estate.
Selling that and doing all right. Doing better than I thought.
You were
I
in
was.
sales though.
Yeah,
before.
so I do.
So you can
I
do
am
it.
still in sales. I'm a area manager for a water treatment company. So we
Right.
do water softeners, RO systems.
You hooked up Steve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hooked up a lot of people.
So now you're selling brick and mortar.
But and it's funny because I just did it. I still do what I've been doing, and make a great living. And I just do real estate on the side. And last year I think I sold 11 or 12 transactions.
Oh shit, dude.
So it's like pretty good. Yeah. And the nice thing is we I kind of alluded to it, is like moving out here. It was definitely a different, not being on my own so much really. And now I'm finally able to like kind of support myself.
It's home.
I own my own house. I'm doing it, and I'm making enough money to get by where I'm not dependent on roommates and shit, you know?
Yeah, dude, it's pretty wild. Like, cause we like look up to you, you know, we always have. So like when it was like Dan was moving out to AZ, we're like, what? What the fuck? Yeah. Just this one. And we're like, holy shit! Like, what's that all about? It's just it's better than San Antonio, like you said, right?
Yeah,
that was the other
and
option.
the main thing was
I met a lot of people.
I turned a certain age. Let's call it 40. And
are you 40, Dana?
I'm over 40, but when
God, my favorite porn.
When I turned 40, I'm going, dude, I'm renting a shitty fucking house in Van Nuys, California. You know, it's like,
and paying.
What am I gonna do? Yeah, I'm paying. Or well, actually, I take that back. I was in Northridge, and I was in actually a pretty nice place, but it was still like there was no end of the tunnel. Like, especially for how much money I was making, I wasn't making good money, and it was like, dude, I can't.
You were making enough to pay for your expensive ass joint in
pay
California
for a rental. You
that's
know,
that's
it's
what
like
it is.
how do you buy a house when you're, you know? I wasn't. I said I need to move somewhere that I could buy a house for less than what I'm paying in rent. You know, my mortgage, and that's why I moved out here. And the crazy thing is, you cross that border, and cost of living goes down 25%, and my income went up 50%. So it's like, cool.
You still playing guitar?
Yeah.
When you get the time.
Yeah, I mean, I played. So when I first got out here, I played in that band. Some Calls Heroes for a little while.
Yeah,
and
some really great songs,
dude. Yeah,
dude, they were a good band.
Heavy.
They were a good band, but it kind of was like, it brought me back to kind of the beginning stages of being in a professional band. You know, it's like, there's arguments within the band. It's not stable. People are leaving. People are coming. And it was like, you know, it unfortunately, you know, as good as that band was, it wasn't quite a professional, you know, it's like.
Yeah, it was like the 25-year-olds getting together and having the drama.
The other problem is, even if, let's say, that band got a record deal, I'm making enough money where it's got to be a really good record deal.
It's got to be real fucking good.
Especially at that time. Because those deals that you got with Depswa weren't fucking coming around anymore.
Yeah, and even that deal, I mean, shit, dude, you guys, if you guys knew how much money that we all saw from that, it was worse than...
The problem, you know what the problem...
kids are making in high school.
The problem is that the cost of recording was so expensive back then. So a lot of the money that your deal was wrapped up in was the recording. You had like top producers. You were at one of the gnarliest fucking recording studios in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
That was pumping out some of the most popular shit. So that comes with the price tag. So, you know, it's a different time. Next question.
And what also would have been cool to see,
segue, man.
What would have been cool to see is like,
segue.
Instead of the early set at Ozfest, how about the afternoon set at like Lollapalooza, dude? Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe that would have. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you guys are fucking heavy though.
Yeah,
so
that is those. Well, so that's one of the things that, you know, we've heard. You know, it's like we heard we had a Stain tour locked up, but our manager said, no, we got to get it out. We got to go out tour and do Ozfest now. Otherwise, your album may not come out. Which, thankfully, we got the album out. But the negative thing is it probably came out at the wrong time when 30 other bands are coming out and we're competing with them. And it's like...
You did some fucking cool tours, though. It's not that was...
We did. But the problem is we toured so much without an album. You know, it's like all these people... scammering to get, you know, if we're one out of 3 bands, people are like, dude, you guys have killed it. Let's where's your album? Well, we don't have one yet.
Yeah, that's not an answer.
Yeah.
That's not an answer.
We should have just sold them out of our truck like bootlegs,
Like
man.
Green
We'd have
Day.
made some money.
Green Day did that.
Yeah.
Sold. Fucking.
All right, next question.
Next question. Can you please ask him? And I'm just gonna go with this one because it got the most laughs.
I already know what this one
Can you
is.
please ask him about the time the Depswa was jumped in Hartford, Connecticut?
Connecticut.
Wow. I apologize.
Roger Kennefic.
Yeah.
In Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh, Hartford.
What? This is from Gordon Heckman. Can you talk about the time Depswa was jumped in Hartford, Connecticut? What I really was wondering is where he ran and what he did while the rest of us were getting our heads stomped. So what did happen? Where did you
Okay.
go?
So,
Because Gordon told the story of getting beat up in Connecticut. Where was
you guys
Dan
get
Noonan?
Hardy.
Jumped.
okay. I was all pussies. I was helping those dudes. The other dudes. No. So what happened? So this is actually a pretty cool story, and I'm glad we can talk about it. Not really, but
I am.
so our bus was parked in the parking lot of this like 5-star hotel in Hartford, Connecticut. Nice, man. This is a nice hotel.
Yeah.
I go, hey, a bunch of people want to go to sushi later. Do you know where this place is? They go, yeah, but do not walk anywhere around here. And we're
Nice.
like, motherfucker, there's 9 of us, dude. Like, and we're from LA. We're fine.
Yeah.
So we walked to the sushi place, fine. Nighttime, walking back,
Different
different.
atmosphere.
and we're like, let's go get some. We need more beer, man. We need some beer.
Classic.
So
more beer,
Gordon and Tooth, we see a little liquor store over here, and there's probably like 5 or 6 thuggy gangster dudes out there.
Irish.
For sure.
Probably not Irish.
Or Italian.
Yeah.
Guineas. There was either Guineas or Irish.
I can't see color in the dark, but
You definitely couldn't see them in the dark.
But so we're walking.
Oh, boy.
We're walking to. We walk in the store. We walk past these guys, and you guys know how LA is. LA's not easy. You know, it's like
Yeah.
you got to be kind of watching your
At
back.
any moment, yeah.
You kind of got to be screaming also.
But at the same time, in LA, if you act like you know what you're doing and you're not afraid and you're
Right.
not showing fear, then you're probably okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dude, I don't give a shit. We were drunk. Went sushi and got kind of drunk, and so we're walking into the store. Gordon, or I think Tooth is first, maybe Gordon and me walk in, and you guys remember like Police Academy, or where they go into the Blue Oyster Bar and like the record skips and like,
Yeah.
yes.
oh shit,
Yeah.
that's what it was. So 5 or 6 dudes out front, 20 dudes inside sitting at the counter just turned and looked at us. and Gordon and Ryan keep walking. I just kind of stopped and I'm like,
Yeah, and that.
Gordon and
doesn't
Ryan.
feel right.
And they walk to the beer thing and they go to pull on it.
It's locked.
It's locked. Apparently they locked that thing at 8:00 at night in Hartford,
yeah,
Connecticut.
his homies are running in there, dude.
So I turn around and go, let's go. People, everyone with us is standing out front. And I go, let's go. And like we're walking and I hear someone across the street in the gas station yells, oh, they want to go. And I'm like, let's go, guys, go. And like, so me and Donnie and James are like kind of
Donnie.
so we're probably like 15 feet away from the front of the door. And then all of a sudden, I don't know, I guess some dude comes up, oh man, what are you guys looking for? And our tour manager goes, oh, we're just looking, try to get some beers or something. And some
Chuck Perdue?
Yeah. And so some guy comes flying.
Ostrich.
The ostrich. Some guy comes flying out of the bush, punches Chuck in the eye. And I guess there's like, and I'm like, oh
God damn
shit.
it.
And like, I'm like, I didn't even, like, I'm like 15 feet away and I go, holy shit. So I run. So it's like a little strip mall right here. There's a little donut shop, a little Asian person in there working. And I run up and I go, as I'm running up, it's kind of like one of those movies where they lock the door.
Yeah,
They're like, no.
You're not coming in.
And I'm like, call the cop. I'm like, call the cops. And then I start. So then I'm like, oh shit, I got to go make sure no one's getting hurt. So I run back, and Donnie and James are with me, and people are running everywhere. It was chaos. And like people are running at me, and I see this guy running straight for me, and I go, and dude, this guy ran just straight by me. And I'm like,
Thank God.
I'm invisible, and I don't blame him. Like, if I'm gonna go fight someone, I'm gonna go fight Gordon or Ryan, not Dan, right? So, sorry, Gordon.
Yeah, of course.
But it seemed like, and it was a super quick thing. Like the only person that really got hurt was Chuck. Chuck's eye was bulbous.
Yeah.
Gordon and Ryan, they got a little
Fucked up.
Not like fucked up, but they got a little hurt. And then Guy, you guys remember Guy?
Yes.
So Guy was the bass player for Grade 8, and he's a little French dude.
Yeah.
And we were like, that guy knows Tybo, man. Like,
wasn't the singer of Grade 8 the guy who got into Five Finger Death Punch? The same guy?
no,
It's not?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Skip it.
But yeah, so I mean, it sucked that it happened, but you know what? Same thing though. If and I say this all the time, the luckiest thing is that Jeremy wasn't there, because
he's in
someone would have got hurt.
Yeah.
And if one of them gets hurt, we get more hurt. And so. Do I feel bad that I wasn't standing next to him? But I'm not the idiot that fucking stopped and talked to these guys.
It was Radu that got hurt.
We're trying to get some beers.
If there's going to be a casualty.
Yeah, like that's part of being a road manager.
Yeah, and I love Radu.
He got some street cred that night.
Yeah.
I remember seeing his eye.
To Tesla.
Dude, the cops came and they go, dude, you guys are crazy. Like, we don't go into that place unless we have
don't even do that.
like 2 cars backing us up,
You guys walk in, and Gordon just like,
you guys got out pretty good then.
you guys got Bex.
Yeah, the best part is we go. Apparently, all these dudes know where we're going. We got a big tour bus sitting in a parking lot. So we get into the tour bus and lock the door. And Jeremy picked up a compound bow and arrow at a truck stop, and he's looking out the windows, ready to shoot someone with this thing.
Yeah.
And I'm going, dude, if you shoot someone with that, they're gonna use bullets, and a lot more bullets go quicker than the arrows. But.
Well, I'm gonna go in there and get a goddamn bow and arrow. Like, dude, that was his.
Jeremy's like part Rambo, part Adam Hood.
Yeah. You mean Ryan Hood?
Yeah.
Adam.
Okay.
Adam Hood's cool too.
Adam Hood is cool. We got time for one more question. Sorry, Gordon. I don't even know which one to ask. There's too many. Oh my
That's
God.
fucking amazing.
All right, ask a question and then I'll give you a bonus.
Okay.
Jeopardy.
Okay. Here's the question. I'm just going with this one because it's right here. Because, fuck it. You can ask him about the time the singer of Kitty came on our tour bus on Ozfest.
Okay, this is a quick one. So.
Oh, perfect. And then you're gonna give us a bonus, right?
So the singer for Kitty, they
Big tits.
Nah.
They did that song. It was like, right?
Yeah.
That was more or less like the tempo of the song, and like, you didn't really hear what she was saying. But okay, cool. I forgot. About that.
We'd actually played a couple shows. We played a show in Fresno with Kitty one time, and
You guys played some.
they were
shows.
cool. They were cool, but so the Ozfest that we did, I think we were like in Detroit or something, or it was somewhere Midwest, and we did 2 nights back to back. So it was kind of cool because our bus just parked there, and all the bands just kind of did like a little campground party.
Nice.
And so I remember Kitty, the chick from Kitty, was hanging out with Danny Filth from Cradle of Filth, and they're drunk, and like they're both the same. They actually look like the same person, but
and scream the same way.
but she goes, hey, can I use your bathroom? And we're like, yeah, sure. And so she gets on there, and like road rules is yellow, let it mellow, poo. You gotta go somewhere else.
But what if she's
I
just
don't know if
raising her
that's how it goes.
tail?
Yeah.
What if she's just raising her tail and spraying on whatever?
But dude, so she's sitting in there for a long time, and we're like, hey, no shitting in our bus, no shitting in our
You know
bus.
that saying. You know that saying. If you gotta yellow, let it mellow. If you gotta shit, you gotta go somewhere else.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it is. Or we'll give you a
So catchy. Everyone knows that.
or we'll give you the garbage bag. You know, you could do a shit bagger.
Yeah,
dude.
shit bagger.
But yeah, but apparently she was taking forever, and we're banging on the window. We're like, get the fuck out of there!
Get out
And
of
she
there.
goes,
It's like use the litter box, bitch.
yeah. So she comes out and she's like, "Fuck you, motherfuckers!" And we're like, "Get the fuck off our bus." I didn't say that. I was like, "Just leave her alone, guys."
Yeah. Dan's like, baby,
it just went there, dude.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So that's
deal.
the downfall of touring is you don't get to poop when you want necessarily, but you can do the shit bagger, and everyone knows that story.
So Kitty took a shitty on your bus. That's what
I
happened.
think. Yeah. That's why I don't know. That's why I was like, that's kind of a dumb.
No, but I would have.
That's a short question.
I'd have thrown some dirt on the ground and been like,
Yeah.
"You know what's up, Kitty."
So I want to say there's a story that I wanted to tell that I thought Gordon was going to ask for
This
sure.
is going to be the finale, so let it rip.
Okay, so playing Oregon, I don't know if it's either Eugene or St. Helens, Oregon. We're playing with Rob Zombie, and it's like a fucking big festival.
Yeah, just Rob.
Whatever.
An all-day deal.
Not a big deal.
Rob Zombie, Down,
Yeah, not big.
Nice.
Edema,
What was Edema's
Had
big song?
Seether, I think. Oh, see, I think
Have
Seether
you
was on
hung
it.
out with like the Pantera dudes or Phil at all ever or Dime ever?
I met him, but I'd never really hung out with him. But but at this point, dude, he was kind of whacked out by this point.
Right. Yeah.
Like, so the funny thing is, like, so all right, this is gonna segue into like a whole story about this show, but it was awesome. So
Let's hear it.
So on our way to the stage, or is either after we played or on the way to the stage, we're walking by the fence line, and it's me, Jeremy, Gordon, and Ryan, I think. And people are like, "Can we get your autograph?" We're like, "Yeah, we're a big deal right now."
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let me see them titties. No,
Yeah.
didn't actually say that, but
Dan's the only one who said it.
That's what I would have said.
so Jeremy's, so I sign, Jeremy signs, whatever, and all of a sudden Jeremy goes, "Ah!" and he like squishes his balls like really hard, and they're like, everyone's like, "What the fuck's going on?"
happened?
And he takes off running, and everyone's like, "What the fuck, dude?" And so like I ran after him, and apparently right before we were walking down, he was in the outhouse taking a pee, and a bee flew into his pants. so as
During
he's,
his rock star
as
signature
he's
moment,
signing, he's
he
on.
was getting stung in the dick by a bee.
Yeah, and then he runs back to the outhouse and he's like, "What's going on down here?" Pulls it out and he's like, "Oh," and he said the stinger was like still
Pulsating.
Pulsating.
puffing.
Yeah, it had like half of the stomach
He's like,
attached to
he
it.
flicks it out and he comes out, and then the security lady, she's this big burly chick, she goes, "What happened, son?" He's like, I got stung in my dick by a bee. And she goes, let me look, I'll suck the poison out. something along those lines.
I was gonna say, dude,
I was like, "Did you show it to her?" And he's
Jeremy,
like, "Of course."
like, the clock.
He didn't say
Dude,
it,
the
but-
clock started where he had this moment of time where he could have like used that.
Oh yeah, extra.
Either suck the poison out or look how giant my dick head is just on one
Oh no,
side.
he's got a lot of dick stories. One time he had poison oak on his dick, and you could see it through his pants. Sorry, Jeremy, but
He's not listening.
all right. So final
I'll suck the
finale.
poison out.
Finale of this story is so Phil's playing with Down.
Yeah.
Phil is the baddest dude, and he goes, so they're jamming, and he goes, all right, motherfuckers, or whatever. He goes, how many of you bitches want to fuck me? And they're like, woo!
Yeah.
And he's like, how many of you bitches have already fucked? Woo! He gets louder. And then he goes, I've been in Pantera for 13 fucking years. You guys can't show me shit.
Yeah.
And then he looks at the drum. He goes, hit it, asshole. And then, so, dude, I'm like, this guy is the best, dude. And then,
That's Dan's gauge.
yeah, yeah, dude, show over. And so, like, this guy's killing it on stage. Show over, zombie, dude. Like, he's like walking like this, and he starts going into Rob Zombie's trailer, and they're like, no, Phil, this way. And he's like, oh. And I'm like, damn, dude, that guy's like Frankenstein, but
Done.
but
Just
on stage, dude, that guy's
crushed
so
it.
sick.
He crushed
He's got mental illness, and he has addiction, and
And Rex was in that band, right?
No, that was
Rex wasn't in.
it was
Down?
like it was
that
like
was
the
Super Joint.
It was like the Crowbar dudes. Maybe Rex was in that. I don't remember.
I feel like Rex stayed with Phil the whole time.
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember.
all right, Dan.
Jeez.
I love you dearly. Thank you so much for coming
Love you guys, man.
out.
Love you, brother.
We went a little extra, so that means that we got to have you on again,
Dude.
and we will extend that invitation probably soon, as the podcast dwindles down
Hell yeah.
to nothing.
Yeah, dude.
Kidding.
My extent of stories is
Just
endless.
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 Yes,
And it's hard to, that's why, like, when I was like, do you want me to talk about anything? You're like, no, well, it's our interview. And I'm like, oh, fuck, they're not going to ask anything cool.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. Dan, you're wrong. And Dan, you're wrong.
I'll tell you about the time I peed on a kid one time.
We're gonna have Dan back.
Till then.
But sincerely, thank you for coming, being vulnerable, shedding a tear, having a laugh, just fucking seeing you. We
Just hanging,
we haven't.
bro.
Dude, I
we have-
love you guys, man.
Love
Like,
you.
See you, dude.
Dude, it is so weird, like, as life goes by, how much, like, friendships and people mean to you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, everyone puts on a facade of I'm a fucking rock star, I'm a badass, whatever. But the people that you actually get to know, like, closely and, like, internally, those are the ones
That's
that
the
really,
real
That's
deal.
what really matters,
Yeah, dude.
As you get older, that lesson becomes more and more clear.
And as my testosterone lowers when I get older, man.
Your testosterone. You're fucking.
I'll still out drink you, motherfuckers.
No,
Let's go.
Thank you so much.
Maybe not. I don't know.
We love you.
Love you.
Thank
Love
you guys. Thank you guys for joining another episode of the Dick and Boonies podcast. We shall see you next week. Take care.
Good night. Dick and booze. Dick and boozes. Oh.
Thank you.